Yeah, and I think the other thing kind of is a real strength is that like you've really felt like that this could be a real sport you're watching. I mean, it felt very
Mm.
realistic. I mean that like you didn't feel like it was like something that was like kind of scripted or like kind of that was like kind of like where you were like kind of planned action shots and whatever. And I believe that's kind of why like kind of the stunt people probably after a while felt like they it was their movie, so to speak, because they were just, like kind of just doing the things, and they were like, and apparently, like the rules of rollerball, like kind of, after a while, like kind of would derive from what they just kind of established to be the rules and stuff, and
No.
yeah, because it's, I don't know how much detail in the short story got, but apparently, like kind of they, because they were filming it all the time, that they just kind of made things up that like kind of ultimately became the rules, like kind of, there's even like links for that and all that, so
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, I thought by today's standards, when you think of UFC, it doesn't seem very shocking, really. It's only
Right.
when people are getting like, really quite badly wounded and you think, oh, okay, maybe this is over the top. But it's really until about, I'm sure in the 70s, it was quite shocking because I
Yeah.
remember people going, oh, have you seen Rollerball? Like it's this really naughty movie. But by today's standards, it wasn't until about the last third when I thought, maybe they should put some regulations on this whole rollerball thing. But
Yeah, I definitely want to get more into
yeah,
that about the violence aspect and stuff, and we'll kind of kind of touch on that after we kind of talk about some of the things for the 2002. So speaking of which, so 2002. I mean, there's so many things. It's like basically like kind of there's so many holes, so many kind of things we could shoot at stuff. But like what if anything was there something kind of of merit? I mean, I guess that's maybe like kind of even if it's like a little patch of merit, to be discussed stuff. Let's kind of see if there's something kind of for the 2002 version and stuff.
I'll be brutally honest with you, John. The only thing that I really redeemed it for me was being able to see Seven of Nine's Tatty Bojangles halfway through the movie. Otherwise, I was mostly just sort of check my phone through most of it. But no, I mean that. I think what was the only real interesting thing I could think of from that was it was done around about the same time as Hostel, if you remember that movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is where American tourists go off to Eastern Europe
Right.
and they get into, they have their organs removed and things. And this was kind of, they obviously thought, yeah, right, we can do this. And the kids think they're getting into a sport, but it's actually like a horribly dangerous thing. And it just kind of, it felt like it was kind of the sports version of Hostel they tried to sort of
Right.
make.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't realize the timeline of that. So that's a interesting insight.
I think Hostel was about 2001, roughly.
Right.
Could be
Right. Right.
wrong.
Right.
Early noughties.
Right.
So
I.
the other
I
weird, sorry, just one
sure.
weird thing that
Sure.
really threw me about that movie was the night vision action sequence. About
Let's
20
talk about
minutes
that.
of the
Yeah.
film that was shot in night vision. That's so weird, but yeah.
I mean, in a like kind of what's it called Black Hawk Down or like kind of maybe Jason Bourne or like kind of one of those movies where like kind of it's a spy action and stuff like that. You feel like you're with the troops and you're kind of seeing things through their eyes. You would get it, right? Like kind of that's kind of made sense, but as far as I could tell, like they just chose to do that. It was a director's choice, and you couldn't
Oh,
really see any particular
no.
reason why they chose that. I mean, that I have to agree that was like a really bizarre choice. And then on top of that, right, was that bizarre sound effect. Like do you remember
Oh,
like kind
yeah.
of? It was like
Yes, it was like some cartoon sound effect, wasn't there? As they, yeah, it was
it,
really
it,
strange.
it really felt like that. Like I don't know. At that point, like they were like like why not?
Yeah, yeah. They must have got about halfway through watching the rushes and thought, nah.